How do you control your rotor on a remote operation? Stay tuned to find out. Hello and welcome back to the Ham Radio Guy. Marvin W0MT here. Today we're going to talk to you about SmartSDR control, whether you're doing it for Icom, you're doing it for Flex Radio, maybe a Yaesu radio. SmartSDR control through the Mac app stores with Marcus from Germany, who develops all this software, has added a brand new feature into the latest version of SmartSDR. And that is going to be the version 2.9.98. And so I want to bring this over to your screen here. So let me switch screens real quick and bring a couple things in. Get me out of the one picture. This. So what we have here in SmartSDR, this is the Flex Radio running this morning. We're running FT8 here for this part of it. But we have over here under tools, you can now see the green Heron manufacturer is listed as a rotor controller. And so you can click on that. It'll give you these two boxes here. And you can see. And if you just go in and hit edit, and you can type in what you want. I typed in which antenna I'm controlling. The IP address directly. This is a TCP IP control that you have access to. And so you can type in your antenna that you're controlling, which tower maybe it is. Maybe you have multiple towers, multiple antennas you can rotate. The IP address of the repeater is going off this morning in front of me. And so anyway, the IP address of it, what port it runs on, whether you want it enabled, maybe have auto open every time you start a SmartSDR for Mac control. And so I've already got that set up, so I'm not going to save it, but you can see I've got it set here. I open this and let me close that out. And I click on this, it opens this box automatically. Now I've went ahead and set some specific directions into the presets here, so that I can just go click on these. If I want to go to southeast direction, I can click on it. Oh, down here I could go. So now it starts to go. I don't know why that was not popping up a minute ago. I didn't see it. Anyway, so there you go. It'll rotate to that direction, and it goes down to the 150 mark. And so now I'll get more of the southeast. I'm covering Florida, Georgia, the Carolinas from my azimuth direction. So you have to go to S6T, I think it is, and he has this whole azimuth map. Of course, it's not going to display on there, so let me just pull up on Mac, pull it up on the Windows screen here and show you. NS6T. So if you pull this up on the website, you can go down here to the azimuth map. Where did it go? He changed something here. Free azimuth maps right there. There it is. And you can type in your azimuth map area location, type in your information, and then you can get a nice map of your world. I think there's something, hold on. There's something different here. Usually it shows up almost as a preset for me. Of course, this is always a live and learn experience, isn't it? So azimuth map, yes. Create a map. So you'll get something like this. This is, maybe whatever his is centered at. I can center it around. So if I put my longitude and latitude in here, which is like 35, I think, and 43, something like that, maybe. I'd have to remember. Nope, it's not gonna be the right data to do it. Estimate location, there we go. Because you can I thought you could put a grid square in here too, and I don't see why that's not showing up. That is not right either. Of course, this is not going to work right on a live screen. Why would it do that? All right. So why is this not coming up this morning correctly? I've been to the site 100 times. NS6T. I'm glad you can work with me and I can understand when you get into this and go, why that's not the same map you showed up. Access map generator. This is the one I'm looking for. All right, there we go. Now you can go to general settings and you can type in your grid square. WL. There you go. So now I knew this was somewhere on the grid square. I told you it was. So apply. I should go back to map. Now it shows off my grid square here. It shows you actually if you want to have like the daylight in there, where the gray lines are. And so you can see this. You can print it. Go back to general settings. You can get rid of the animated grid line, map grid degree marks. Yes. Okay. Apply. There we go. So now you can just see that. And if I look at Europe being, Germany, Spain in there, France, it's about the 40-degree mark for me. If I want to go more towards the UK or, Ireland, something like that, and you go about 30 degrees. So that is where that's at. So I knew I was on there somewhere. So I pull this up. If I want to go to Europe, I got about 40 degrees in there. I can hit Europe, click on that, hit go, and this will rotate back to 40 degrees for me. So this is a true TCP IP internet connection now to your Green Heron RT21 Rotator. This is great stuff for, that he's added this. This is huge. So we've been asking for this for quite a while, and he's had enough requests. He put it in there now. So thank you, Marcus, for a job well done here. This is awesome to have this TCP IP connection for your Rotator controller. And if you do want to use this, you'll probably have to create a VPN connection on a remote setup to be able to hit this. But, because I don't think if you're remote with your SDR that you're going to be able to hit the Rotator controller. Otherwise, I've not tested that yet, but I most guarantee you're going to need a VPN connection to make that work from your iPad or your laptop, whatever you're using. But this is cool stuff. And I'm super excited to be able to use this as part of my software now when I'm doing, you'll see what my screen's set up. And the only other thing I'd have on here is World Radio League, which would be on my other screen to the left of this screen here. But that's what I'd be pulling up and using. And so that is my whole setup that I use for all my radio operations here in the Ham Shack. Don't forget to hit that subscribe and like button. Thank you to all the subscribers. And, I have a podcast coming out here talking about Winter Field Day. It's coming up in the very near future. And go check out Ham Radio Prep and use the code Ham Radio Guy and get your upgrade license for 2026. Make that one of your goals, whether you're going from technician to general or general to extra, or check out any other courses. The discount code is good for them as well for any of their satellite or POTA courses, other things that they have there at Ham Radio Prep. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. And we'll catch you on the next episode of the Ham Radio Guy, W0MET 73.